Welcome to KG5, ladies and gentlemen, for the Reserves Grand Final in the SFL. There's a bit of argy-bargy on the wing already between the combatants, the Kingborough Tigers and the Claremont Magpies. The euphoria is just settling down, Duff, of the big game, what was the Colts, as New Norfolk ended up coming up the premiers there for 2010. As the big men are just jostling for position, just waiting here as we go through some of the players we'll probably be looking for here, Duff. I think I like Scotty Webster there for Claremont, very elusive forward midfielder. Matthew Carr, consistently a good player with fantastic ball skills. Stevie Hall, of course, is one of the players' favourite. Every week, Duff, you and I have seen him all year. He just gives his all. There's no doubt about that. Hard-running ruckman Brad Davies. They've got a plethora of great players out there, the old Claremont. And of course, if we look over to Kingborough, Joshy Morse, he's one of the better defenders there. But we'll get back to that because that's the siren for the start of the game. The big game here, the grand final, is the reserves of the SFL as the big men go up. And we've just got to get a couple of names there, Duff. They've supplied the team sheets. We haven't got the ruckman, so we apologise there, number 52. But we're going to come back to him, and who cares, because it's Claremont have gone forward first. Claremont screw around the body, and it's a mark. It's play on there, getting it out wide. Can they have a snap on goal? It's right into that teeth of goal, 10 metres out. Beautifully picked up. Screws around for the first shot on goal, but it's gone off the side of the boot and through for a minor score.
And Hoppy on cue. Martin Duffy here, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for the introduction, Hoppy. The sun's just come out, and then it's gone.
Righto then, Duff. Let's see here as we've keep that commentary going, Duff, as we'll fix this scoreboard up.
Wally will fix that for us. Thanks, Wally. Welcome back. It's Kingborough just bringing the ball down the half-forward flank and going forward for the first time in this match, Hoppy.
Beautifully played. It's Kingborough trying to bustle it out as best they can. Coming across there is Claremont. They going towards that forward zone now, right in the centre of the ground. Gee, I tell you what, there's a lovely pair of boots. Haven't seen the blue ones there before, Duff. I've seen the white, I've seen your green, you've seen your yellow. Now we've got the blue ones as it's Kingborough picking it up there. Nicely swooped on the ball was Mansfield. Mansfield gets it across now to the running player in Pascoe. Pascoe drives it long, and it's a mark here to Kingborough. Beautifully marked, the big strong player. I think that's Chrissy Elliott. He's been good for him all year, Duff. A nice strong mark.
Yeah, it's been a little bit selfish there, Elliott. He should have had a player just running on and could have passed off, but I think you can see his name in the
Gee whiz, Duff, for the bloke this size, I'm never going to give him like that. If he hears me comment like that, I'll get a clip under there after the game. It's Martin Duff if you want to get onto him, Chris. Anyway, Elliott has a first shot on goal, and that one has gone from right to left. He sort of put his leg across as he kicked it, and that's gone through for the minor score. As Claremont now looking to bring that ball back inside. They go out very wide. That could be dangerous, but it's a safe mark.
So we change the scores.
Yes.
Yeah, heavy knock there, but good solid mark. And of course, just going into probably a 2-goal breeze at the moment. Claremont's been up and down all day, Hoppy.
It has. The sock looks almost pretty still there, Duff, but we were walking around the ground just a few minutes ago. It's just extremely blustery. How can you pick the weather down here, Duff? The sun's just shining as there you go, show a bit of strength. Of course, it's early in the game. That's what you got to do. As we've got a little bit of sun, and then it comes out and the wind, and it's, of course, that's Hobart. It's all 4 seasons, and these tough guys have been playing through the conditions all year, and it stacks on the mill and be a ball up about 45 metres out. And the umpire, he'll almost have to put the sunblock on here in a minute as the ball bounced up. Lovely bounce, up it goes, trying to get that tap out. It's Claremont are good enough to swoop on the ball, but there's one of those 1%ers that you and I talked about, Duff. It's out of bounds and well smothered there.
And look at this
by Mansfield.
Look at this, Hoppy. Don't you love this about the local footy? The inclusion of the young ladies on the boundary and in the goals this year. And we've made note of that as the season has progressed.
And they've done a fantastic job as we spoke about before, Duff. Up they go, trying to knock it forward. It's Kingborough, did every opportunity there. Nice play by Glover, tries to get it out. Here's their opportunity, has a snap-on goal. That was very clever play by Mansfield. He screwed that one across his shoulders. That's a fantastic goal. And that's the first one to Kingborough's. Look out! Here's the heartbeat that is the big drummer. That's 117 to 1 behind. We'll just adjust that scoreboard there, Duff, and got all the technology here at Hutch TV.
And the coffee machine.
The coffee machine, I tell you what, how good is that? Beautiful work as the ball's been brought back into the centre of the ground.
Coley!
There's a bit of an unusual sensation here, Duff. It was such a brimming with excitement a few minutes ago with the end of that other game. It's sort of laid a little bit flat. We're just sort of working our way into what is going to be a great grand final here as Claremont, well played there, very elusive young Evans tries to get that ball out and he gets it across to the defender there in Moore. Moore going towards that running player, very fleet of foot is Newton. Newton gets it towards the half-forward flank, overrunning the ball. There's players everywhere as Kingborough trying to get it. The umpire's seen something here, Duff, and it's a resultant free kick to Kingborough. That was Tommy Reid. Tommy Reid comes out wide here. Oh, that's a very courageous mark there by Glover. Glover now going to go inboard. Gets it across now. Here's an opportunity for Kingborough. Getting it towards that half-forward flank. Out they come. Courageous mark there by Claremont. Beautiful mark. Chipping in front of the big power forward. We've just got a couple of confusions here, Duff, and I'll get those numbers in a minute at quarter time. Oh, gee whiz, they've gone about 30 metres backwards, but they know best. Nicely played there by Wagner. Wagner goes out wide, but now that's what happened there, Duff? I didn't quite see that.
Not the best of kicks coming off the side of the boot, and it's a stalemate about 35 metres around from the Kingborough goals.
Okay, as the boundary umpire throws that one in, lovely throw in. Jostling for position, away they go. It's now Claremont trying to get that ball moving forward as if they can. Just nice bump by the Kingborough fellas. It's over the line and out of bounds, and that player just a minute ago there was Rao. He couldn't quite pick it up on that particular occasion, and it's going to be thrown in now, just around from the scoreboard side. In she goes. Big guys trying to tap that ball out. Claremont are good enough. I think that's over the neck, and that's the way it's been played, Duff. Actually just sort of slipped, and so it was no intent on that one, but just slipped it down and ended up getting him around the neck. Here's Claremont's opportunity to get that ball running. Goes to the kick here, and the running player there in Newton. Newton now goes towards the bounce, didn't quite get down that far, Duff. So screws back inside. That's a lovely kick. Surely that's got to be paid a mark, and sure enough it has. It's Matthew Carr. Carr now with the blue boots, looking towards that full forward zone. Danger area here for Claremont, but beautifully chipped off in there. That's a very nice mark by the defender in steel. The man of steel for Kingborough gets it across the half-back flank. Nice long kick towards the wing. Here's an opportunity. Defensively though, comes out wide. Nice tap by Dyer. He just puts that ball in and goes to get it again. Over they go, trying to get that ball out. Can't quite do so. Now here's a bit of clean ball by Kingborough. They get an opportunity now, kicking towards to a centre half forward position. Gee whiz, beautifully picked up by Newton. That's a tremendous pickup now. Here's their opportunity for the running players. Swoops on once, goes to bounce, fleet of foot. Very quick skills, Usain Bolt style, if you don't mind, comes down that style. Beautiful running there, Duff. What great play there by Evans. Now it's Kingborough, though, good enough to pick the ball up. What's happened here? Something behind play.
A bit of undisciplined play there by Claremont, and the free kick down the ground. It's going to come to Kingborough.
Jake Atkin must have given the bit of a don't argue behind play, and that's very undisciplined play, like you just said, Duff. And now the ball's ended up coming right down further afield. I think that's Mansfield, isn't it? That's our goal kicker, Simon Mansfield, and he's going to now have another shot on goal. He's probably, you can see him at the 50 metre, he's going to go forward and have a shot. That's a pretty tough shot from that angle. A little bit of a breeze going from right to left. He shapes to go out wide. I tell you what, he's kicked it, and you can see when he kicked that, he really ran round the big arc, and thus the right leg swooped across the body. and it's going to cross for one behind. In it comes here now. Claremont picking up the ball. Beautiful play there by Dyer.
This is Bolt.
Gets it back into the running player, and Evans/Bolt couldn't quite capitalise on his great pace. It's Kingborough picking up the ball. Oh, in they chip. That's really great play. Not waiting for the player behind. Picks it up on that left foot. Gets it down. Couldn't quite pick it up. Claremont are good enough in defence. Holding firm if you can. Getting a cry to that half-back flank. And that's out to a mark. Nicely played there. Oh, bumped after acceptances, but didn't quite matter. Here's picked up there. It's really close to the boundary line. It was Burden. Burden tried to swing back inside. Can't quite take the mark. Hand over there. Keeping on playing. It's Kingborough. Oh, you're in trouble! That reminded me then, Duff. That was dead set. World Championship Wrestling. Came off the ropes, turnbuckle style. Put the arm out. Got the coat hanger across the chin and give him the uppercut. Down it comes now. Undisciplined play by the Maggies. They've just got to settle down, Duff. They just can't keep doing that stuff.
So do you, mate. No, don't do that.
Kingborough, lovely stab of the ball. They're playing the ball at this early stages as the ball's kicked across, and they've got an opportunity to score a goal. Running player heads towards goal, and they've sprayed that one, unfortunately, and plenty of opportunities here, but they're being wasted. Kingborough have had all the play, but they just can't capitalise. As now the ball's kicked in and nicely marked there by Dyer. Dyer swings inside. Can't quite get that one. Is that...
We've got the right scores, have we?
Yeah, 139, Duff, where the computer's just about to put that one into action. No doubt about that. We'll just settle across there, Duff, as you take up the commentary.
Well, that breeze has picked up, Hoppy. I'd say it's a good 3 to 4 goals in favour of Kingborough at the moment. So you'd say that Claremont are pretty happy with the result, 10 minutes in.
Yeah, that's really, really, it's not a stiff breeze, Duff, it's turned into almost a gale, so they really have to take their opportunities while they've got possession of the ball, and of course the other thing is while they have momentum, they've got to keep going, as that was Bo Adams. Kicks it down towards the full forward zone. Up go the big men, can't quite bring that in. It's Claremont holding firm, great block there. Coming out very wide towards that boundary line. Up they go. Great dukes by the big man. And that's a lovely mark there by Scotty Newton. Newton goes inboard, unfortunately goes a bit close to the man on the mark. Goes back in to get it again, but can't get the ball. Over his steps. Keep up the play, Duff. It's quick, it's fierce as Newton gets it. Goes back to get it again. Goes backwards to go forwards. Looking here now. Chips that ball across, a little bit of danger, but nicely marked and well held by Stevie Hall. Hall now looking there somewhere to go. No one's making the forward thrust. So he just drops that ball slightly awkwardly. But I tell you what, that was accuracy right to Bloomfield. He goes down the line. It's going close to that interchange side and out of bounds and over the line.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a ball up.
Hoppy.
The big fellas, what's happened there, Duff?
He's struggling.
I think he might have been winded slightly there, I think.
Was he?
Yeah, that's Scotty Newton, I think, because he can't quite get to that rucking position. The ball's knocked out here, picked up beautifully there by Wall. Wall goes towards that forward zone, one of the few forward thrusts that Claremont have had, but Kingborough are holding firm in defence. Now they're going to go out wide, could be dangerous, they've got numbers, but over the back, well backed up, nicely played there by Bieletsky. Bieletsky now going down towards their forward attacking side, picking up the ball, running towards the shot on goal. It's going wide and over towards the points and through for one behind.
You'd have to say that's a poor effort. He was, should have really nailed that one, Hoppy.
Yeah, there's been a marked difference, hasn't there, Duff, where in the Colts, every time they had that running player, they were able to get the goal. But in these guys' defence, Duff, the breeze is very fluky out there, isn't it? As the ball's close to the boundary line, he's good enough to keep that ball in at all costs. So it's Kingborough now. Kingborough have had all the possession, but just haven't been able to put any scoreboard pressure on us this stage. Going back in to get the ball, trying to hold firm. Nicely picked up there and kicked over the shoulder. Here's their opportunity. Kicking out wide, and that's over the boundary line on the full, a resultant free kick to Claremont. Here they go now, kicking in towards that outer, and chipping in is the Kingborough boys, and knocks that one over the line and out of bounds. as our lady umpire. What do we call lady umpires, Duff? Is there any certain terminology? Just umpire?
Good for footy.
Good for footy. Our good for footy umpire throws it in. Simon Mansfield hooks it over the left shoulder and tries to swoop it in. Great forward pressure. Get rid of it, son, you're going to be caught, and caught he is. The umpire says play on, no advantage there.
Yeah.
And that goes back to Bieletsky, and he's going to have a shot on goal. I think he's probably about 45 metres out, directly in front.
Is it Bilski?
Pardon there, Duff?
Bilski?
Bilski.
Spell it out.
Oh, well, look, I'm back in the classroom now. Bilski. Okay, it's Bilski. I'll go down and confirm that at quarter time, Duff. Oh, tell you what, the big man go up. Can't quite bring it in. They're trying hard. Claremont stout in defence. I think that ball's gone over the line and it's through for a minor score.
Yeah, big fly there by the 65. We've got a name on that player. Poppy for Kingborough. Just didn't quite hold it.
No, unfortunately, Duff, we've got to go and check our scoreboard and the like here, because there's been a couple of numbers that don't appear in the program,
yeah,
unfortunately.
Back to the game, trying to build here, Claremont, getting a lot of the possession, but just not being able to get it down past the centre-half forward position.
Yeah, that's right, Duff. So it's actually reasonably good signs for Claremont, because they haven't had the ball in their forward line a great deal, but the thing is for them that Kingborough haven't punished them on the scoreboard, so there's no doubt about that. They're just holding firm, and they'll take some confidence as far as that's concerned. All they need is one clean possession, a goal, and then the scoreboard will reflect some good play by them, as that's a very nice mark by Kingborough. It's coming out through the centre corridor, and that's well held and a nice mark now. Dodges one, comes back onto that trusty left foot, picking it up now. Over he goes. It's right onto that forward 50 arc, and that is a very, very strong mark there, Duff. Well done by Steele.
I was going to say it was a hospital pass, but it's come off.
No, that was good play. So that's Jake Steele now, who kicked it over, and the resultant mark was by Chris Elliott, who already had one direct shot on goal, Duff, but he missed that one, and here's his opportunity now as Elliott lines up for Kingborough second goal. Very deliberate as he walks in towards, kicks it, looked good off the boot. I think that's sprayed across to the left by G Duff. They're having a lot of opportunity and they just can't kick straight at this stage. So as their score moves up to 12, and it's over the boundary line and out of bounds, and no, it's play on here. That's their goal kicker Mansfield. I like the way his skills are, getting it right and deep. Kingborough trying to keep it in as Claremont are trying to knock it out. It's one against the other. Some tough play right down that 10-metre square. The ball's loose. They're trying to get it out. Well played by Claremont right towards the boundary line. Here's an opportunity now for Kingborough. That's a pretty clever shot on goal, and that's all clear through the high diddle-diddle. That's what they needed. They've had all the play, and they just got that goal. That's nicely kicked there by Kingborough. Can you pick that player up there, Duff? I think it was number 46. Was that Pascoe?
Might be him running back here.
That's certainly our player. I think that, is it Robert Pascoe? Let's just, can't get him as he turns around, but we'll pick that up in a minute. Certainly is Robert Pascoe. He's had plenty of the ball, and that's a lovely shot on goal. And where they've had all those possessions before, Duff, now they're going to try and get some reward as they move on to 18. As the ball goes up here, up they go. Anybody's position here as we just fix our scoreboard up there, Duff. It's Claremont now. Here's the running player. Can a handball across? Can they get a shot on goal? Comes out wide. Very clever. On the left foot. Driving close. But it's touched. Touched right on the line. And I think that was, not sure if that was Newton or not, but that's Claremont now. That's their second score, Duff, as they move on to 2 points. Into a stiff breeze, so if you're one of the Claremont fans, I wouldn't read too much into that. They've got an opportunity in a minute as Kingborough now getting that ball out. Nice play, well moved there, and here they go again, trying to get that ball forward, kicking it into the forward 50, and that's a lovely mark. Leading out in front, Bo Adams now, kicking long towards that goal square. Big opportunity, great Dukes, good mark by Kingborough, sorry, down at Kingston. Lovely mark, good boy there. Chris Elliott lines up for goal, only 10 metres out, straight through the middle. Great kick by him, And now, Duff, it's starting to be a little bit dangerous as Kingston are getting great value for their forward thrust. The Kingborough Tigers, as we hear the heartbeat of that tiger. The drums knocking along, and they're starting to growl. As it's deep into the quarter here, I think it's 19.5 minutes gone. Are we playing time on in this one, Duff? It's only 20-minute quarters, so it's very close to siren time, first quarter, as the umpires are just settling themselves for the centre bounce. Up they go. Bounce down. Beautiful tap out by the Kingborough ruckman. The speedy one in Evans picks it up. Drives Claremont forward, trying to get that forward thrust. Can't quite get it. Well knocked over to their advantage. It's Kingborough trying to keep going in defence. Can't quite get it out. Great tackle. Ball, says the crowd. Plenty of pressure there. Good tackle applied. The umpire says he'll have it. Good defence by Kingborough. And Claremont really keeping that ball in. Great play. Good footy all round. As the umpire bouncing the ball 50 metres out from the Claremont goals. Stacks on the mill, trying to get it out. Here's an opportunity for Claremont. Can't quite pick it up. Handball to the forward line. And it's out of bounds. And it's going to be a throw-in by good for football umpire. Our lady umpire there, Duff.
Must be encouraged. Must be encouraged.
Of course it's being encouraged. She's doing a great job. Here's an opportunity. Oh, the old nude nut there, Duff. Almost ripped off.
Is that Benny Atkin?
Turn it up, Duff.
No,
I can't quite see. I think that's Burden, isn't it? Burden goes towards the centre. Look out, Usain Bolt's been pulled down.
There's Benny Atkin.
Hey, great tackle there. Number 40, unfortunately, Duff. I'm going to have to get down there and get a few of these boys there. It's a point we can't call them as they are. But anyway, back to Kingborough, and they've got that left foot going towards that 50 arc. Nice play here. Here's an opportunity for them. They pick it up. Can't quite go there, and it's out of bounds. Deep. It's 21.5 minutes gone in this first quarter. It's Kingborough deep into their attacking zone. They're probably about 55 metres out. Blistery conditions, as we can see the sock moving around there as the good football umpire throws it in. Nice throw in there. Got great distance, picked up by Kingborough. Here's an opportunity, nicely picked up by Jake Steele. Kicks it into the danger zone. Up they go. Can't quite pick up the first acceptances. Screws over the shoulder towards the goal. Bouncing one way, bouncing the other. Chrissy Elliott. Great goal. That was a Shane Warne special. Straight through the high diddle, and that's another goal for Chris Elliott and Kingborough. Now they're starting to get a wriggle on. That's fantastic work by Kingborough. As Duff, just go to the laptop there and adjust that scoreboard. Now they're certainly getting a score. I wouldn't have thought that the advantage would be that much with this breeze. I think that's the advantage. It's just good skill and good football as far as Kingborough is concerned. At this stage, Claremont just looking a little bit sluggish. They just, beside our old mate Usain Bolt there, young Evans, and even a minute ago he got tackled and brought down by a great tackle, and that's the forward line pressure that you want to see in a grand final, Duff.
That's right, yep. In the second half of this first quarter, definitely Kingborough kicked away. And according to Mike Pook, we might actually go down to Mike and ask him about the weather at quarter time, I think, Hoppy.
I think it's a great idea, Duff, because as you know, the weather conditions have been extraordinary over the last few days. But back to the footy, we'll be back to Mike Pook in a minute as far as the weather's concerned. Look out, they're trying to hold on as Claremont, they're trying to do their best. The old defence are under extreme pressure as the midfield for Kingborough are getting on top, and they're just driving the ball forward at all costs, as it's going to be a bounce up in the true forward line, forward pocket here, about 15, 20 metres out, deep into the attacking zone for the Kingborough Tigers. Up she goes. It's a bit soft underfoot, so the umpires decided to throw that up. Claremont under a bit of pressure here. They've tried to handball out wide the running players. It's gone far too wide and out of bounds, and the good for football umpire will throw that ball in.
Definitely looking for the quarter time siren, which I think it might be 25-minute quarters, so probably a couple of minutes to go, Hoppy.
Yes, deep into this quarter, as you alluded to, Duff. 24 minutes gone. Here's their opportunity. Here's Claremont, running player in Curtin, couldn't quite get it. That's what they have to do, Duff. Just, if you can't pick it up, just sink the slipper in and do the best you can as it's coming out wide here. Fierce tackle. Over they go. Just need a spark. Just need one thing right down in front of the central commentary position, right on this wing here, as it's going to be a throw in As I take a slurp of coffee, Duff, you take over.
Oh, well, and as we see the style of the young lass, well done, Wally. In it comes, doing a great job, Wally on the camera. And Benny Akin gets the ball around the corner, going towards the half-forward line for for Claremont. Back to you, Hoppy.
Ball they call, the big man. Have a look at the strength there, Duff. Best great persistence by Scotty Newton. He took a bit of a low blow earlier, had to go out of the ruck, so he moved him down forward. Great move by the coaching brains thrust of Claremont. That was a good idea. Newton couldn't quite pull that one in, and here's Kingborough's opportunity. They've got the running players going on the wing position. They bring that ball back in towards one of those very dangerous players there in Bo Adams. Now they're looking to go deep, deep into that forward line. Up they go, the big man over the back. They've got an opportunity to pick it up. Kingborough pick it up, go towards goal, and it's all clear. That's another goal. They're looking the goods here, Duff.
They certainly are, and Benny Akin, they're very happy. Benny Akin's everywhere. No, I'll get off of that one. It's not really fun, is it?
I'm sorry we can't pick up that player. We'll go down at quarter time, Duff, number 40. He's a tremendous player. The fella with not a lack of locks, but we haven't got him in here, so we'll just write that down as one to get there, Duff. I tell you what, he's a very sharp mover.
Duff, he's been playing for years.
Who's that?
Ball bloke.
Yeah, ball bloke.
He's got a friend's gym.
Right. Well,
there we go.
Wally.
There we go, Wal. We'll get on that for you in a minute.
They're all Benny Akin lookalikes. Wasn't he a great footballer, Benny Akin?
Oh yes, one of the greats of the Tasmanian football landscape. As the siren goes, that's all she wrote for the first quarter. Let's recap here, Duff. It's Kingborough 5-6-36 to Claremont 0-2-2. So there's no doubt about that. Claremont came out. Kingborough came out and. But my fear was, Duff, that they had all the play and got no reward for their forward thrust. But in the back half of that first quarter, of course, the goals started to come and they were dominant. So that's 36-2, quarter time here at the grand final of the 2010 Reserves competition. As we look towards the centre of the ground there, Wal.
Yeah.
The umpire's down, and I think it's the good for football umpires just having to stretch the calf. So I'll better wrap it up here, Duff. I'm going to go down there and find out if there's cramp or if I can give the old rub down on those lovely legs, and we'll see how we go. And we'll be back in the second quarter to bring you this great game here at KG5. Got to get those players going. Welcome back to the second quarter. It is a big opportunity. Claremont really have to dig deep here, Duff. There's no doubt about that. They're trailing 36-2. They just need to put that switch on and get a couple of goals, get the confidence going. We've just been down to the centre breaks and hear the coaches, and that's what they're saying down there. Come on, boys, don't give it away. We're a chance. Let's just settle. And here's Claremont's opportunity to go forward. And it's a lovely timely mark and well marked there by Carr. Carr looking out wide on this find. It was chipped in and nicely marked in defence by the Kingborough Tigers as they go out wide. That's a very strong mark. Eyes on the ball. I think that's one of those, it's Chrissy Elliott, I think, there. Was it? No, Mansfield. Mansfield go back in the middle. He's played on. Ball, says the crowd. Well tackled. That's Usain Bolt. Our old man Dale Evans, far too quick on that particular occasion. Great tackle. He's only a little man, but he's swift. And he was in and down under. Looked at the hips and brought the big man down there in Pascoe down. So we've also been out there, and the last goal kicker for the Kingborough was number 40. That was Nichols. So we've checked that one up on the score sheet there, Duff. So we'll get back to you later on as the ball going forward. Here's the opportunity now. Back in towards there, trying to do his best over the ball there was in the Kingborough lads. Trying to knock it out wide. Here they go. Right out towards that half-back flank for them. And it's over the line, right in front of the scoreboard on the Glenorchy City Council wing side. As we're seeing the Sox blowing quite strongly out there. We had a walk over the centre of the ground, and it's very blustery. 1 minute it's nice and calm, and the next it'll absolutely blow the milk out of your tea. It's very fresh. We've got all the clothing we require on these blokes. They're doing a great job in this big grand final here at the reserve competition of the SFL. Kingborough showing some great teamwork there. Nicely put out by Jake Steele. Kicks over the man on the mark. Good enough to butter up and come on. It's Belsky coming. I'll have to get that pronunciation. Duff, of course, my school teacher will correct me in a minute and tell me how I'm pronouncing those names. As the good for football umpire is about to throw that in, I went out there as well, and she just had a little bit of cramp. We fixed that up, and Duff was good enough to give her a little bit of a rub down on that left leg. And he's offered to go into the change rooms there at half time, but I'll have to be the bodyguard there and protect that young lady from Duff. As he was like an octopus. He was all arms over like a rash. Anyway, back to the footy here. I'll keep an eye on that as Robbie Pascoe now. He's been a good player for Kingston. Oh, Kingborough. I've got to get that right. I'm sorry. Kingborough from Kingston. And here's our man, the atom bomb. Nichols gets it, takes a bounce, goes in towards the goal, kicks it deep. That's as good a goal as you're ever going to see, no matter what form of footy. Great goal, son. Beautiful kick there. He was a long way out, took a bounce, took the players on, took the game on. And Kingborough go further in front. That's 6-6-42 to Claremont. Unfortunately, at this stage, yet to register a goal. Well, there's plenty of time. They're a very proud club out at Claremont, the northern districts of Hobart. So we've got the extremities here. One from the beachside suburb deep in the south. Down at Kingston there, the Kingborough Tigers. As then you head up the highway through the city to those outer suburbs in the north there to the Claremont Maggies. As it's Kingborough there getting hold of the ball, coming out wide, going back of the Magpies, couldn't quite take that in, gets the handball across. As my old mate Duff just gets in front, passing the coffees out there. I tell you what, he's doing a great job on there. Here's the opportunity for Claremont. Bludgeons the ball forward, overrunning the ball, going back in to get it again. Can't quite pick that up. And over she goes, rolls harmlessly towards the boundary line and out of bounds, and what will be a ball in deep into Claremont's forward zone. They'll be doing their utmost here if they can just get this first goal. You think that that'll give them the confidence to go forward and get a few more. Great tackling. Beautiful play there as Kingborough trying to get that ball out. It's a hot potato in there. Great defending by Kingborough. Had plenty of time to get that ball out. Gets it out to Badeneck. Badeneck now moving into the running players there on the left boot now. Comes out towards this wing position, right in front of the central commentary position as Claremont trying to do their best to get it out further afield. It was Burden tried to pick the ball up. Now they're going in again, the big man, Scotty Newton, trying to get over the ball. Of course, he took that low blow a little bit earlier on as Evans gets it onto his boot quickly. But here they are, they've been all day. They're caught with the ball as the crowd went ball! And that's how the umpire's seen it. So now's their opportunity. Goes out wide to the designated kicker in Webster. Scotty Webster goes long. Couldn't quite get one. That's nicely played. Sells a bit of candy there. Thought he was going to go out one way, then goes back the other. And that's nicely marked down here by the Maggies. Throws that ball on to his trusty left foot to Stevie Hall. Goes in there, but Kingston here now as Kingborough looking to go further afield, throws the dummy, now comes back here, it's very close to the line, millimetre perfect, as Jake Steele takes that mark. Steele now looking for someone to come further afield, had his head up, lovely long kick, but that's off the side of the boot, right towards the Glenorchy under 15 catering tent with the magnificent sausages and burgers down there right in front of us. And I tell you what, if you had the smell effects on the camera, it would feel the barbecue just wafting up under the nostrils. Yes, thank you, Duff. We'll have another coffee. Just keep the coffee coming here as we need every bit of warmth we can get as Kingborough pick it up. Now they're starting to move the ball well. They're certainly teaming well together so far, the Kingborough lads, and that's nice play. As they go right up towards their wing. It's Claremont now trying to get it in. Fierce tackling, Stacks on the mill. Some attention being paid there a little bit further afield. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy. And it's going to be a Kingborough free kick. Unfortunately, the umpire, he came on the scene, and doesn't matter if you instigate it or not, it's always the retaliator that gets pinged for that. So now, nicely one down here. It's come up by all his dangerous play. It's Claremont now going to butter up. Oh, he's been taken down by the by the feet there. Well picked up by Ty Curtin. Up they go, right in front of us. The big man couldn't quite get that one on this particular occasion. Great skills. Was good enough to go back in and butter up and pick it up. I like the look of this fella here. This is Steele. Steele's been tremendous all game. Oh, you got to pay the player going down for the ball, and that's what the umpire's seen. Nicely played there. Really well done by David Glover. Glover showing extreme courage there. He was good enough. Oh, look out, he's played on. Puts his players under a bit of pressure. Kicking down towards that forward line. You can see there, ladies and gentlemen, the way the ball just held up in that breeze as the big man Newton goes back in to get the ball. Umpire said he was held high, and that's a free kick here to Kingborough. Getting it out towards the running player there in Pascoe. That's nicely played there. Let's have a look. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I just had someone walk in front of me, so I've now regained my sight. And here is Kingborough. They're coming out wide. Nicely played. That's Booth trying to get the ball. Claremont, they're just trying everything they can. They just can't seem to get this first goal that they so richly need here at this grand final. Just to give them a spark, to get them going. Beautifully rucked there by Badenick. He gets it out to the running player in Nichols. Nichols there gets it off the side of the boot, and it's gone right in front of the Top Form Furniture Totally Workwear Magpies club rooms, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. Crowd building. It's a fantastic crowd here at the KG5. Swelling to a few thousand at this stage. Building for what will be a great day of football. We've already seen New Norfolk win the Colts, and we've defeating Kingborough. But they're combatants now as Kingborough kicking it towards goal, and that one screwed off the side of the boot, and it's gone over the line, and that will be a free kick here to the Maggies. They're trying to build now to get some system going. They go out wide. That's dangerous play, but good play if they can get this next one going. Nichols was there to butter up and try and get that ball back in. Here they come now, the Magpies. Takes one chain of handballs. Get the running. They just need a run and a bit of spark. Nicely played there by Webster. Webster gets it across to a lovely mark there by Stevie Hall. Hall now looking to go out very wide, and he does that, and it's Burden who takes the mark. Burden looking back inboard. He takes the nice drop punt kick, but there's no one there for the Maggies as it's gone over the back. The Tigers there are buttering up in big numbers, and they get it across to some running players in Morse. Morse now, he's caught, gets the handball back out, goes back in to get it again. Ball's in dispute. It's Kingborough now. There's 3 on to 2. They've got the numbers. Very lovely play there. Swoops around. That was Glover. Glover gets it onto his left and gets the handball out to the running player. That's 3 bounces in about 10 metres. Gee whiz, son. Take the game on. That's what you want to see. It's right out wide. You can hear it in very blustery conditions. Well butted up there, though, by the Magpies. Get it back there, but the big man then, Badenek's good enough to take the mark, the big beanpole. Can't quite take it now, but it's Kingborough. Have the running player, picks it up, kicks it in towards goal, but it's offline and through for one behind. Good opportunity there, but didn't quite take advantage of it. So it's Kingborough moving on by one more there as we just check on that. That's no trouble at all, and out it goes. Bit of a lull in play. Good opportunity there for Kingborough to get that goal, but couldn't quite at this stage. Kinfortunately for Claremont, we're I think about 11 minutes into the second quarter, and they haven't been able to make any inroads into the scores of Kingborough at this stage. They're sort of holding on. So now we see Kingborough now trying to still keep on going forward. It's been most of the day has been in their forward zone as the coffee's been put in front of me, and I'll tell you what, that is top shelf. As now it's Claremont. They've got the ball and the hands are up. He's saying, come on, give me some movement. We need some run. Where am I going to go? Go the barrel, go the top. That's what you want to see sometimes. But there, chipping in is Callum Moran. Moran now going right back into the centre of play. That's what good teams will do. They'll sort of take it out wide. There's a great effort and a beautiful mark. Gee whiz, that was great skills by Kingborough. Brought that ball back, and that's a tremendous mark. We've got a couple more. We were good enough to go down there at quarter time, and there's a couple of lads that have we haven't got names for those numbers, and unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, this is one, but I guarantee you we've got a big staff working for Hutch TV today. We'll get them down there and we'll bring you who this number 9 is as he's lining up towards goal. He's a fair way out with that breeze. That's a good looking straight kick, and that has gone over the top, has it? All clear. Another goal to Kingborough. Lovely, lovely shot on goal. That was very tough in what is extremely blustery conditions. He kicked that one straight into the eye of that storm, and he was good enough to kick it with great length and accuracy, and that moves the Kingborough right on to, let's have a look here, to 49 to Claremont, who are still stuck, unfortunately, on 2 behinds. Back in the centre of the ground. All we just need a spark. Someone from Claremont, if they could just do something, run and carry that ball and just get it down there as quick as we can and get them moving. That's all we need. But at this stage, Kingborough have got all the answers as they're trying to go forward again. It's just on there, 20 metres over the side of the centre of the ground. And it's in towards centre half forward or centre half back for Claremont, and a nice timely mark. Here's their opportunity. I like the look of this young fella, Ty Curtin. He's been a good runner for them all day. Here's their opportunity, trying to bake the line. Run too far and you've been caught, son. Holding the ball. Play on, says the umpire. That's fair enough too. The ball's still back into the Kingborough boys, but it's overrun the ball. Back in they go to get it again. Nicely picked up there. Can they screw it around towards centre half forward? The numbers are there. Look at that. One person had his eye on the what's that man of steel. Gets it across. Dummies once. Comes over in Mansfield. He's looking forward, deep into that forward zone, but backing back. Lovely mark there by Matty Dyer. Dyer comes out here wide to Wall. Wall now looking for someone to move for him. Comes out to this wing side. Up they go. Big spoil's been put on. Here's an opportunity for Claremont. Beautifully swooped on the ball by Scotty Webster. Webster now kicks it deep into the forward line. It's about 35 metres out from the Claremont goal. Tried to get a hand on the ball. Can't quite pick it up. Nice played by Kingborough. Dodging one. Going back in to get it down. This could be dangerous, but Reed's got composure to go again. Here's the opportunity for Claremont if they're good enough. Unfortunately, that handball's just gone that little bit wide, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. Deep into their attacking. Well, Duff, welcome back. Do you think they can just get this goal? That's all they need. They need a spark from someone.
Well, it's got to come from somewhere, unless they're going to go through this whole match goalless.
Yes.
It'd be very disappointing, wouldn't it?
It would be disappointing, Duff. I think...
no doubt.
Can you see any changes at this stage, Duff? You've been actually down in the coach's box down there for those last few minutes. Can you hear what they were talking about? What would you do? What would they do?
No, I can't. They wouldn't actually let me near it. They were worried I was going to relay some messages to Kingborough. But, you know, no questioning their determination and desire, Huffy. It's just, I think the finishing off is lacking at the moment.
Yes. Back in they go. There's nothing about that, Duff. They're sort of trying their best.
And possibly fitness.
Oh, well, that's... I guess that'll be telling in the second half. There's no doubt about it. Kingborough seem to be... You know, if they did a head count, you'd think they had more players, but that is because they're running harder and they're getting numbers at the contest, and then they're spreading very, very quickly. There is no doubt about that. Here's their opportunity for the Maggies as they kick it down, but that's gone really close, hugging the boundary line, and it's gone out of bounds, and it'll be a boundary throw in. As we go here, Duff.
In it comes, Hoppy. And this is where they've been winning a lot of the play, just simply clearing the ball from the, what do they call it, the stoppage?
From the stoppage. Man in front's been paid that one, and that's fair enough too. That's where you've got to be. That's courage, Duff. The man to put himself in there, get it across to Steele. Steele now looking back towards the corridor. This is where they've been good as well, Kingborough. They've been prepared to take the punt and move it into that, what is can be a dangerous zone, but they were good enough to keep on going. That was really tremendous play. Sorry, Duff, I'm just taking some notes here. We've got a few numbers we're going to do some checking on. We'll just get one of our runners to go down there and check on that as the ball's coming back in towards the centre. Nicely picked up there by Booth. Booth has a bounce and looks towards that goal. It looks to be going very close to the 10-metre square. There's going to be some trouble here. Well played by Claremont. Gets the handball out to no man's land though, but they've got the numbers. Here's their opportunity to go. That's a fantastic kick. Kicking to the advantage of the player, which was Matthew Carr. Carr now coming back back inboard, and that's a nice strong mark by Baton. Baton now, hands in the air, just looking for someone. This is where they're falling down a bit, Duff.
Too much, just not enough flow, and being held up very well by the Tigers.
Yeah, they're doing well that half back line of the Maggies, but then they get it to this line here. They just can't seem to break that line. And as we speak, it's kicked towards here, but Kingborough have the numbers. Going back, dodging one, dodging two, swoops on the third. Now they're going to get it out wide. Look at the run. You can't see in the camera, but you look in front of it, and it's all Kingborough as they take their second bounce. Fumbles a bit, but he got the time to steady. Now,
too much time, Hoppy.
Too much time on their hands. Gets it out to that big, dangerous zone. Comes over the back. Claremont really trying hard to stem this flow. Out it comes, solidly picked up, has a shot on goal. And I tell you what, Duff, that's all clear. Number 64 yet again. We've got quite a few. We'll have to pick up that number in a minute, Duff.
I can tell you where that goal actually started from, Hoppy. The ball came down there onto the half-forward line for Claremont. And the Claremont forwards weren't there, Hoppy. And then when the ball did hit the ground, the Claremont forwards still weren't there, Hoppy.
Where are they, Duff?
They're just, I tell you what they're doing at the moment, they're arguing amongst themselves. If you actually have a bit of a look around the ground, the heads have dropped, and it's not looking good for the Maggies at all.
Yeah, they are. They do look a bit flat, Duff. I think they are, like you alluded to, they're starting to look at each other and starting to question, who's going to do it. Well, men, there's no use looking around. Have a look in the mirror. It's me. Just say to yourself, I'm going to do it. That's all they need is belief. There's plenty of time. We're only not even halfway through this big grand final of the SFL Reserves. So there's plenty of time if they're good enough, Duff. They've just got to find some belief, a spark. Give me something. Come on, Maggies.
What odds they don't kick a goal?
Gee whiz, Duffy are pumping their tyres up.
No,
bounce.
This is a very disappointing effort.
Right in the true position. There's Almana Steele. They're not going to get it past him. He's been tremendous, Jake Steele. Has head over the ball, and that's what you want to see. That's where they've put themselves, haven't they, so far, Kingborough? The courage to go in and get the ball, not waiting back. They've been extraordinarily proactive, over the top, and going in hard for the ball.
Here we go.
Here's their opportunity. That's Curtin gets it down. But yet again, absolutely lovely mark. I think he's been close, Robbie Pascoe, to being one of their better players here. Gets it out wide. Can't quite pick that one up on this particular occasion. Good enough to go back in and go hard. Nicely played there, Duff. Just looking down on our scoreboard.
There's a free kick to Claremont. This guy's done quite well down back. We've got the 46 here for the Pies.
Yeah, no, he's done very good under enormous pressure as young. That's Wagner, I think, Duff. He's tried hard, there's no doubt about that, but just can't get that out. That's Booth. Booth now getting Kingborough running as best they can. Here we go now. It's out wide, can't quite get it, but they've got the numbers. Coming back inside, tries to put the old over-the-shoulder style kick, but it's coming out now to Scotty Webster. Is he just the captain coach? No, Duff, he's just the coach. Scotty Webster, he's trying to lead from the front, and he's been pretty good. But he just can't get this ball moving quickly enough. They've just been a little bit stilted in their attack stuff.
Yeah, it's just this half-forward line. It's just what's non-existent for the Pies. Easy for us just sitting up here, of course, Andrew. Here we go. Here's a chance. Nobody home, though. Where's this one going to bounce?
Towards the goal. Which way is it going to bounce? It's unfortunately for Claremont. It's bounced on right angles, and it's out of bounds and over the line. And it's going to be the free kick to the Kingborough. Is it, I think?
Throw in.
I thought it was a throw-in, Duff, but I could have sworn I saw the goal umpire hold his arm up.
Well, it's that new silly signal. I used to sort of...
Yeah, I like it when they put the arm down sort of
it was very clear.
Wiggle style, as if you're sort of signaling a 4 in cricket. Bring it back. That's one thing.
Let's write to Andrew. No, you write to Scott, who then tells Andrew what we want. Right.
We'll just do what I want.
Let's not take it there, Hoppy.
Goal umpires, bring back the wiggle. We'll get out there at half-time, Duff. Don't worry about that.
Talking at half-time, we're about 5 minutes from half-time. And this match has unfortunately fizzled a little bit.
Baton, he's been good, Duff. He's got plenty of ink.
They've had some good players, Claremont, but just bombing it down towards the forward line, and this is where you'd say
half-back line for Kingborough. Half-back line for Kingborough has been outstanding. I know I don't want to reflect on me, Duff, but I know in my coaching days, that's the first line I would pick. The half-back line, I think it just sets all the attacks up and also stems the flow of any other forward thrust of the opposition, and they've been fantastic so far, Kingborough. As we get it out here to Evans/Bolt, gets the ball quickly. Here I think we just have to make a move. Here's a big opportunity. Takes the bounce, goes round one, takes the second bounce, have a shot on goal. As it goes further, it was Watson.
Bad luck.
Unfortunately, went across the side there and through for the minor score.
And I think that
at least we've got the scoreboard ticking, Duff. That's a good sign.
That's very positive. But they just need that elusive goal.
Nice long kick. Out defence and beautiful Dukes. Very strong mark there by Glover. Glover now looking for someone to go to. He's just taking his time as we're about 22.5 minutes into this second quarter. Chips it in short. Sammy Loader. He's been good as well, Duff. Just lovely left foot kick.
Simply no pressure at the moment from Claremont on the half-forward line.
Yes, that was
strange. This is a grand final and the heads have dropped.
Yeah, Nichols was good enough there to pick that ball. Of course, he kicked the goal of the day so far, Duff, when he picked that ball, took a couple of bounces right in front of the Creswell Beakley stand and put through the sausage roll as it's going to be a ball up. This is probably about, 40 metres out from the attacking zone of the Kingborough Tigers.
And isn't it crowd building, Hoppy? It's going to be a marvellous game come the senior match.
Yes, it will be, Duff, but we've got a rip snorter on here. There's the reserves. Here we go again. It's Nichols, though, trying to get that ball forward. Every opportunity held without the ball, but says play on. They're under extreme pressure of the old Maggies. Can they hold firm? That one, he's been taken around the old noggin, and he's going to take the free kick. That's good courage there. I think that was Rao. He goes out wide now. Nice mark, trying to chip it short. I think there's no doubt about it, Duff. We probably said that in the previous game there needs to be a complete change on how the style of the Maggies go into this second half. Not coaching down there, Duff, but what they need to do is, I think, just got to move that quickly. I'd like to see probably a change across the half-forward flank.
Yep.
Get someone in along there. And instead of bombing it to there, I'd like maybe just run the ball to the half-forward line and then kick it from there. Easy from the commentary position. They've got to try something, Duff.
Oh, they've got to do something, but I think what they need to do is apply themselves a little bit harder. I mean, Kingborough has the ball, Hoppy. If you look around, Claremont's just standing around. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, no, it is a bit strange here in the grand final to see it like this, and gee whiz, come on Maggies, let's make a game of it. The crowd are here. We've got sort of a lot of black and white.
They look all right when they've got it.
Here's their chance, Duff. Get the handball out, trying to get a goal, but it's just Kingborough in defence. So the thing we need for you to do at half time, I want a head count. I want a head count. How many defenders are down there? Where are they all?
Deary me.
That's got to be a free kick downfield. That's extraordinarily undisciplined play by Claremont. They've just got to regroup here, or it's going to get ugly. There's no doubt about that. It is going to get extremely ugly. You can see here that Claremont are kicking out wide, but the man of steel is going to be there. We've got our eyes all over the field. He's going to pick it up, and he's going to drive the ball forward into the danger zone. It's about from 15 metres out. Up go the pack. There's plenty of numbers there. Hey, great manoeuvre there by the defence. Gets it out wide. Can it come out here to Usain Bolt? But over the top, they go overrun the ball. Every opportunity. Gee whiz, that was beautifully chipped in there by Kingborough. Can't quite get the ball. Ball, says the crowd. He's good enough to get it on there. Tries the old right foot inside out kick. Trying to get out. And there's the siren, Duff. As half-time comes, and I tell you what, it can't come quick enough for the old Maggies. They need to have a spell, go and get some magical drink. I think if we get down there, Duff, we have to put something inside that drink to give them a spark. Give them a spark. Come on, Maggies. Do something. As we have a look at check the scoreboard, it's the Kingborough Tigers, 8-7-55, playing champagne football, but don't celebrate yet, to Claremont Maggies, 0-3-3. As we draw back here, Duff, we'll take a breath. Resplendent, lovely coffee here. We might go and get a bit of a nose bag, and we'll be back with the second half, hoping that the Maggies can improve themselves. Look forward to bringing it to you very shortly. Okay. Welcome back to the second half of the big grand final here, the SFL Reserves Grand Final for 2010. Have Claremont got something? Can they find something? We went down the rooms and saw them. There was a lot of talk. They just need a spark. Who's going to give it to us? This is what we need to know. This is what we don't want as far as they're concerned, as Kingborough take that first kick and they're going into their forward line, deep into that forward zone. It's about that 50 metres out. Defending stoutly was the Maggies. Going towards the safety of the line was very well done there by Baton. And it's over the line, and it's going to be a boundary throw into the Kingborough forward zone. Up she goes, comes in, still in dispute. Well played by the defensive zone, comes out towards Kingborough. Nicely picked up there by Steele. Coming across, we need a spark. Who's going to give it to us? Sort of appealing for free kicks. We need to just get in deep and get under that ball. And a very nice mark there. Well played by Baton, sorry about that. Up it comes now onto the wing. That ball dropped very much in front because it's a very strong breeze. And nicely marked there by the Magpies. Up they go. That was a really, really nice mark by Timmy Moore. Umpire's seen something. Here we go. It's their big opportunity to go. That's Atkin. Looking to someone to move. Not a lot on offer. Goes on the short option this time. That's a very strong breeze as it's coming back around. And that's Moore, as you can see from that kick, holding up in the breeze. Very strong. So they're up against it, of the Magpies in this particular quarter. They just try and hold on and get a couple of grabs. That's what they need as the umpire comes over and says he didn't have any prior opportunity. So it's going to be a ball up in front of the totally workwear Magpies grandstand, about the 60 metres out from the Maggies goal as they're going out. But it's the Kingborough Tigers here trying to get it. It's the Magpies now forcing their way forward, and that defence has been rock solid, and that's a very nice mark there in defence by Kingborough. Coming out wide, they've got the runners. Deep into attack now, up across that wing. Here's the Magpies. They're going to take a bounce. Oh, he's bounced when he's been holding the ball. You could do that back when you were Kevin Bartlett used to do that. The great Doc used to do that. But you can't do it in modern day football. Throw it out at your peril and you're caught for holding the ball as Kingborough are deep into attack. But a little bit too high on that particular occasion. Nichols was just got his arms up above the neckline. As that one as well. There's a couple of ones in concession there, in succession. And they've gone inboard. Here's their big opportunity. It's Baton. Baton now trying to come out wide. They're zigzagging their way across here, Duff.
They've done this all right throughout the match, coming out of half-back, but I hate to keep talking about it, but let's see what happens down here as they go forward.
It's Newton driving them forward. Just gets that ball forward, but here they go again. The Tigers have been fantastic across that half-back flank as they've got the man loose. Big Steele, look, he's got a paddock to run into. Takes one bounce and leisurely, if you like, barrels it towards the forward zone. Couldn't quite take it. There was Adams. Ball comes out. Oh, kick off the ground, Maradona style. Great tackling there by the Tigers. They're fierce, they're roaring, they're shooting towards goal, but that one's gone across the face of goal and through for the minor score.
And I was noting that now the blustery conditions out there is making it very difficult. Hoppy, Wally and I were having a bit of end-to-end kick, and the ball was flying around everywhere, and I think that's the reason why we're seeing quite a few behinds in this match.
Gee whiz, Matthew Carr for Claremont, I think he's hurt the shoulder there, Duff.
It was a sickening clash.
I think it's a collarbone. I think he's done the collarbone. The trainers have gone out to him, so oh dear. Back here live though, Claremont they've just got to try something different than they did in the first half. Just try and move it on. That's a lovely mark there. Nicely done by McCulloch. Good strong mark as he chips the ball in towards the corridor there, but playing on at all costs. That's what they need to do, Duff. Just keep the ball moving as the big man there takes the mark, gets it across there to Burton. He keeps on going forward. Here's their opportunity. Swings it around over the shoulder. But as always is the case, a lovely mark by the defensive zone of the Tigers.
Yeah, disappointing result there. One of their few positive moves going forward.
It was there, but here's Steele now.
There's Steele. He's got more time than
Doctor Who.
Thanks. I was trying to
He's a Time Lord, isn't he, Duff? Anyway, that one's punched through for the minor score. Dear, oh dear. I reckon, what's wrong with that young Steele? What does he smell badly or something, Duff? No one will go near him, and he's not going to go. You can't see him. What he stands about 188, 189. Big, strong man, Mountain. Get on him. Anyway, coming back out here towards the side, it's let the elbows up a little bit. Going in hard and tough, still trying their best, the Maggies. They're never going to give up, Duff.
No.
They're trying their best, but they just can't seem to get that goal that they need. As we just checked the scoreboard, 8-9-57 Kingborough to Claremont 0-3-3 as the bounce goes up she goes.
Oh,
nicely knocked out there by the Tigers, trying to bludgeon the ball forward as best they can, taking plenty of time, coming right back towards this goal side. In chips there, it's a lovely mark by Pascoe. I liked his game, Duff.
Yeah, he's a good mover, no doubt. He's played at a higher level, I would suggest, Hoppy.
Yeah, I think so, Duff. I think he's been up and back a bit through the season. And that one's slipped over the back. And that's a goal to Chris Elliott. And in fact, that's his third goal, Duff. He's been a star. He's been the accurate one as far as the Tigers are concerned. He's kicked 3-1 as we hear the old drum beat. Bang, bang. That's the heart of the Tigers. Are they sensing something big down at Kingston tonight, Duff? Don't you worry about that.
He's an entertainer, isn't he?
So as we just checked that, it's 9-9-63 to 0-3-3.
Well,
that's terribly
I'll tell you
disappointing, Duff, here at a grand final.
I'll tell you what, will it be a first if they don't score a goal? I've got no doubt they will score a goal. They will.
Gee, you're putting your neck on the line there,
Duff.
Duff.
Crack one at some stage. Ball back in the middle, up they go. And it's all Kingborough. This is where they've been winning the match, and the steal gets it down to centre half forward position. Here they go again, Hoppy.
Yes, nicely done there. Putting it back into, that's smart play, Duff. Bringing it back into the centre of the corridor, chipping it over here. And that time, that's great defence by the Maggies. They didn't want to give that up, and that's determination. That's what you want to see. Give me something, Maggies. Really good effort. Gets her onto the old left foot, goes out wide. It's going towards the boundary line, and over she goes before the Burton can pick it up. And it's going to be a throw in front of the Oasis sign out there on the 50-metre mark, deep into the attack of the Kingborough Tigers. As the arch of the back by the umpire, he's doing it tough there. I reckon to get the Brufrins onto that, Duff. He'd be struggling the way he arches that back. I couldn't do that, my old body. I know you could, Duff. You're a supreme fit athlete. Anyway, back here still, Kingborough on the 50-metre stuff, still trying to keep that ball in if they can. They've been tremendous. They've had plenty of the ball, the Magpies sort of through that centre there, Duff, but they just can't. Here's where they're finding it struggle. They get it to here. Here's Usain Bolt, picks it up, goes towards that half-forward flank, and here they are again. Got the numbers, the Tigers. They're there, 1, 2, 3 of them, and now they're running the ball. This is great modern-day football. Well drilled as the Tigers, getting it down towards their half-forward flank. Great defence by the Magpies, never giving up. He's a beauty. That's
He slipped.
He slipped. Yep. He's tried hard, Duff. But on that occasion, good defensive skills. Took the punch in the ball as good for football umpire throws it in. Up she goes, getting a tap out here.
We'll get ourselves in trouble.
Let's call it as it is, Duff. You know the rules. That's Stevie Hall. He's looking for someone. An unusual kicking style, Stevie Hall, but very effective.
Let's have a look at it. I think he's played a bit of rugby, I'd say.
Yeah, but it's effective. Oh, great mark there.
And look at the tats on this boy. Very impressive.
Great mark by Jake Atkin. Any relation there to the other great Atkin from Mount Claremont
I think it
way?
could be his younger brother, I'd say.
Okay. We see how it is. Out they go. They're still going forward. Come on, Maggie. See what you can do. See if you can get that ball forward. Over they go. Sort of stacks on the mill, trying to get it out. She's tough in there. Still trying. They don't want to give the ball up. Let it go, boys. Give it to the old umpire. There you go. Still trying hard. Didn't want to give that up, young Timmy Moore. Almost like a sign of strength there, Duff. Just the last one to throw the ball back to the old ump. Up they go, Badeneck. He's been tremendous. He's got a bit of height about him. Getting it out here. Nichols is trying to get the ball. Overrunning. Goes back in to get it. Well played by the Maggies trying to centre that ball. Oh, up they go. That showed a bit of courage, Duff. Coming back in to get it again. That's a really strong breeze as it's coming straight off the mountain here at the at Glenorchy as it's kicked over the left shoulder there. Kingborough still got the numbers there as they have done all day. Could be in a bit of trouble here. Here's their opportunity for the Magpies, but they're still holding firm, are the Tigers, picking the ball up, clean as a whistle, and now here's their opportunity not only to clear but go forward, and that's a good clearance and a lovely mark there. Here's their chance, Duff. They're going to go right back across the other side. That's the big man in Badenet. Gets the handball out to Steele. Steele now gets onto his right foot. Going out wide. Here's the opportunity. They're going to get back into the corridor. Why not? They've been good all day. Getting at that. The Magpies are holding firm. Lovely mark there in Hillslip, Duff.
Yeah, good play there by Hillslip. They're having a crack in this quarter, don't you think, Claremont? We sort of were worried they might be sort of going the old clothesline, but...
You were worried, Duff. Don't put the onus on me. You told me when you come up from the change room, they're gone, they've had it, they've got no spirit. I said to you, Claremont are a proud club and they'll keep at it. And they're trying their best, but yeah, they're just a bit undermanned, Duff, just a bit underdone or something like that. They just haven't found a way. But tell you what, this bloke's been good all day. Dale Evans, he's a speedy little fella. He's trying to give him a lift, but gee, this half-back line, this is just unbelievable. They've been so good. If there's ever a hole in a wall in China or something, just call up Kingborough and they'll send a few of their defenders over. Have a look at this. Here they go. He's running wide though. Oh, he settled the ball. That was really good team play, but unfortunately he didn't have the numbers there. Claremont go back in to get it. Stacks on the mill. That was Nichols trying to fight his way out to get a kick on the ball. Can't get it. Swinging arms in there, and the umpire's blown the whistle, and he's going to have a ball up. Duff, he'd be sort of 30 metres out on a bit of an angle for Kingborough, but they're deep into attack.
That was a sensational build-up. I would have gone the goal myself, but...
Well, that's what you might have done that old style stuff, Duff, but the team thing was to bring it back, and well played, but hindsight being the case, no one was in the centre, so maybe should have gone the shot as we're on that left foot. Tell you what, Duff, that's a long kick towards the full forward zone. Up they go, and a very, very nice mark. That's Jackson.
Yep.
Action Jackson.
Got those long arms and up they went.
Up. Yeah, no, that's a good mark, Duff. So Jackson, he's lining up. He's not that far out, but as you can see, he's gone back on a bit of an angle. He's a right footer, so it's not the right side for him. It shouldn't have any trouble there, surely, Duff. He goes back. Arms up. That's another goal. Action Jackson, Chrissy Jackson. He's put that one through. As we just check the score, I think that's 10-9-69. The Kingborough Tigers.
And don't you love the attire? If we can just get a look at the water boy there, just going down for Kingborough. That's a good look, isn't it?
Is that the one there, Duff?
Don't you reckon? Look at that for colourful man.
Got the well, this is the new initiative. I like that too, Duff, to have the pink tops like that, so they're well marked. Because so there's no confusion with umpires, and we know who they are. So the men in pink are the water boys.
The Able Labels water carriers.
Able Label water carriers. No doubt about that, Duff. Up they go. Where are we, Duff? We're about 13 minutes into this third, and normally the championship quarter, but I feel that the game's sort of done and dusted already, Duff. I think she's gone. The Maggies have just got to find some spirit. They've worked hard all year to make the grand final. They don't want to give it away now. They've just got to keep fighting, find a way, find some way of just getting that forward and get that first goal. That's what they need, so that beer doesn't taste as sour tonight. They need to just try their best. Here we go now. It's Kingborough over the ball, trying to fight their way forward. They've been fantastic. Gets it out to Evans. He's going to take a run, as we know he does. Does one bounce, takes a second bounce.
He's confronted, machine, isn't he?
He's confronted by the player, just came off the interchange bench, which he didn't say, oh, that's round the neck. Umpire was on the blind side. Comes out, that's Aitken. He goes forward. Here's an opportunity for the Maggies. They're getting it toward their forward zone. Oh, come out with great courage as the defence. And I think they're going to come away again, as they have done every single time that ball's gone forward, trying to find someone to come forward to. Up they go. That's a great effort to mark the ball by Bowers. Couldn't quite bring that one in. Here's an opportunity for the Magpies, but Kingborough, they've got the numbers. They're holding firm. Nicely played by them. They look at this. What great courage was that? Stuart Bowers, courage personified, running the one way. As far as he was concerned, the whole Claremont team were coming down on top of him, kept his eye on the ball. Well done, son. He's going to be rewarded and get the ball back now. Dodges one, gets the handball over. In trouble as far as that's concerned. It's inside the 50. Here's trouble for the Maggies as Kingborough go forward, but it's off the side of the boot. Great opportunity to nail that one, but just slid off the side and through for the minor score, Duff.
Oh, I tell you what, the odds are slimming now for Claremont to actually kick a goal. almost unbackable. It is.
Oh dear. Anyway, out she comes. It's a good spoil there, and out of bounds on the 50-metre zone.
Shouldn't be laughing. They've done a great job to actually make the grand final, but it's not looking good at the moment, as it's 10-10-70 Kingborough Hoppy to Claremont 3 behinds.
Yes, as the ball's been thrown in on the 50-metre zone, and that's come out to the very skillful Mansfield, who kicked that first goal. It was a beauty, wasn't it, Duff? The way he scooped that one over his left shoulder. Showed a lot of skill in that one. As it comes loose now, here's the old Tigers trying to win back the ball. Have a look at this. He's got plenty of players on. They can raffle it. Gets it across to Steele. Steele steadies up. Goes towards goal. Drills it home, and that's the nail in the coffin there, Duff. She's all over by the shouting. Don't you worry about that. Nice play by Steele. Straightened up, took his time, and nailed that one through the centre.
Hoppy, this game was gone at the 20-minute mark of the first quarter. Settle down, mate.
Well played there. That was good play by Steele. No doubt about that, Duff. He didn't blaze away, took his time, but he had plenty of players around him who probably were talking to him, and he put that through. Oh dear. Got the water boy here, Duff. By the way, mate, your mouth's just below your nose. You missed it completely, ladies and gentlemen, but we'll go back to the footy. Okay.
We love it.
Here we go now. So
11-10,
76 Tigers. Claremont 3 behinds. As up they go. Good knockout. Can't quite pick up the ball, going back in to try and get it. That was Evans. He's been trying all day, Duff. He keeps running and running and running. He'll be a very tired man by tonight. Straight into the ice bath for you, young fella. He's trying to tell his players to come on, move forward. Let's move forward. Let's do something as we cast our eyes over here, Duff, towards this is the problem zone for them. Up they go, and there's men across the back. There's plenty of Tigers there. Ball bumbles out wide, and it's Mansfield trying to pick it up. But here's Claremont. Oh, just as they were about to break forward. Oh, there's a bit of a skirmish there. What's happening? The old right, the left. Just pull them off.
It's a bit of love, I think.
Oh, I hope this doesn't get ugly, Duff. There's a bit of argy-bargy. One here, Badnack's been thrown over. As here
we go.
We go back to the footy though. Badnack's copped one, I think there, Duff. Back at the footy, I think it's King. Oh dear, this is very ugly. But we go back to the footy. It's been put through for 1 behind. This is outrageous. They've been outpointed, Claremont, and they've got to show some steel and play football. There's no need for that, Duff. No need at all. If they want to get on the boxing, get in the ring. Show some courage and get on the ball as far as I'm concerned. How do you see it, Duff?
Let's get back to the play, Wally. There is a game going on out here, and I didn't really see it, Hoppy.
Kingborough are tough. They're tough footballers, and they're showing their mettle on getting themselves in. As Claret's free flowing from young Badnack, who copped one behind play. And I don't like to see that, Duff, and I want to say that that's cowardly. You just got to get in front and play the ball. Any mug can get out and take a swing at some poor bugger when he's not looking, but it takes steel, like the Kingborough boys have shown, to put their head over the ball and go the footy. And that's what we want to see here at the SFL Grand Finals. Come out here and show your courage and get the pigskin. And here we are. That's a nice play by the Claremont lad there. He's trying to show his teammates what to do. Here we go now. It's back over towards that outer near the scoreboard side. It's still in dispute, going over the ball. Well played there by Kingston. Sorry, I apologise, Dan. It's Kingborough of Kingston, so you know who I'm talking about. Great play there by the Maggies, trying to get a run on here, take a bounce, all wet without acceptances. Goes back in to get it again, just not giving up, and that's fantastic. Trying to fight for the ball, trying to punch it out. How's the umpire seen that one? I think he said, I'll have it. It's going to be a bounce up here. In she goes. Right at the centre half forward position. It's the Tigers now. Steady. Getting it towards the centre. Oh, that's a great mark. Getting it towards there. It's about sort of 30 metres out, directly in front. Lovely mark. The forward was leading out. Showed great determination there, Duff, and took that nice strong chest mark here. Can you pick up that player, Duff?
Might be 9. Is it? Thanks, Wally.
So that's Bowers, I think, then, Duff.
Wally's a couple, hasn't he, I think?
He lines it up.
Certainly got a good style about himself, but that's behind Hoppy.
Put that across put that across there and through for one behind.
All one-way traffic here.
It is one-way traffic. The beachside suburb of Kingston Beach down there, and the Kingston zone will be very proud of their boys here. They've been tremendous today. Absolutely mercurial performance by them all. They've been doing a great job. As it's just starting to peter out a bit, Duff, and it's still only, what would it be, 20 minutes into this third quarter, and it's like we're sort of treading water a bit. It's almost like we can sort of say, well, let's just pass the trophies out now. And I hate to say that at a football match, you know, but not offering a lot of the old Magpies at the stage, which is a real shame given they've been invited to the dance and they just haven't turned up and played today. It's just something's gone awry. But Kingborough, they just haven't stopped. That comes out wide. Here's their opportunity to put one through, and I think they've missed that one, Duff.
No, it's a goal.
They've got it. Mansfield, I was going to say, he's a pretty good player. I wouldn't have thought he would have missed that. And through she goes for a goal. I think that's his second, Duff. As we know, every time the Kingborough boys get a goal, we're going to hear that Tigers big beat.
Well,
Drum, drum, drum.
We've seen quite a few goals like that, Hoppy, where it's just not a huge amount of pressure, and just running in from 30 metres out, it's all clear.
Yeah, like you alluded to, Duff, I think just they're showing that we had some concerns at the start of the game about if the Maggies could run the game out, and I think it's starting to show now. But as Badenet comes back on, he's had the claret taken from the old Hooter.
We've got the big dark in the ruck.
Okay, the big boy there. He's got the headset on. That's good. And here, playing behind the play is the Tigers. They pick up the ball, chips it across that skillful player in Mansfield to kick that last goal, gets it across behind the half-back line. And that's a very strong mark there, Duff. Lovely mark by Bowers. He's going back. I reckon he have a shot from there, Duff, with that wind assisted. He gets underneath the ball. It's going close. Oh, good mark. Good body strength by the Tigers. Tremendous mark. Going back now to have a shot on goal is Jackson. Axton Jackson has kicked that one earlier in this third term. He's lining up for his second goal. As he comes back in, I tell you what, unselfish play like your very good self, Duff, would have had a shot on goal. But Jackson, the consummate team man,
I think he's gone a bit too
has been that back out to Chrissy Elliott. Why wouldn't you pass it to Elliott? He's kicked three.
Well, yeah.
You know, he's a goal kicker, this boy. He's having a shot on goal now for his fourth. Kicks it. Oh, as I've pumped your tyres up, son, you let me down. Didn't quite connect there, and he pulled a hammy, I think, there, Duff. And that one slipped through over the top of the pack for the minor score. So it's the defence of the Maggies, go short. And that's a lovely pass there. Here we go as they come out towards the commentary side. Chipping in there was Mansfield. Couldn't quite get the handle on that one. So it's going to be a boundary throw in right on the 50-metre zone for the Kingborough Tigers going into attack. As we look down in front of us, Duff, the Claremont's brains trust are moving those magnets around. Do you think they can come up with any solution, Duff?
What, to score a goal?
Yes, to score a goal, that's right. They're going to keep going, they're going to keep at it. Here's their opportunity, but look at the strength here. Oh, there, oh dear, it's gone a bit higher, and that's free kick downfield, but play the advantage. Looking behind play, there's going to be a bit of trouble here, Duff. There's a bit of argy-bargy. I don't like to see that. Just play the ball, that's all you got to do. Here's Claremont. This is what they've forgotten to do. And that's a nice mark there. And that's the boy playing the ball. That's Stevie Hall, has been done all day. I've liked his good work.
Yeah.
He's got the low-cut socks on too, Duff. Very low-cut. Comes ball back him, he might get this ball back. Still trying to go forward, gets the handball, now he's in trouble. He has this very unusual but accurate kicking style. It's a lovely drop punt towards the 50-metre zone. But it's Claremont. Here's their chance, centres the ball. But it's Kingborough there. Now they've got a couple of people there, but Kingborough still got the ball, gets it out to the big man there. He's held without it. Goal, that's lovely play. And Claremont couldn't quite capitalise on the forward momentum that they had. Getting it back, Nichols is still running hard. He swoops back on to get the ball. He's under a bit of pressure here, Duff. There's about 4 or 5 Maggies trying to get it up. Here's their opportunity. Can they get some clean ball going forward? Of course they can't, because, oh look, here's a chance, Duff. They've seen a free kick on play. And that's going to be I think that's going to be a free kick here to Curtin. Here's their big chance, Duff. The umpire has given that free kick to Curtin. He's looking forward. He's a bit too far out to score, so he's got to try and find a target. Although he's lining her up, Duff. Do you reckon he can get it from there?
No, too far out, Hoppy.
It's a lovely kick, but you can see it holding up in the breeze. What's happened here? The free kick.
Umpire's been very good in this match. Right onto that, just hands in the back.
And there's the siren, Duff. That's the siren as Badenak's just reminding him where the score is. Just play the ball, fellas. There's no need for it. As we look at the scoreboard, it's 12-14-86. That's Kingborough well in front, on top. And the grand final is theirs. The engraver out the back can start putting Kingborough on the trophy as Claremont yet to score a goal, 3 behind, as we'll be back for the last quarter in just a few moments. This is going to be that number 31. Here we are for the last quarter of the grand final for 2010, Duff. It is, just recapping, Kingborough 12-14-86 to Claremont 0-3-3. Went out there, that's why I'm huffing and puffing. The coach, that's Scotty Webster for Claremont, just pleaded with his players, come on fellas, we can do it. And all the boys got around each other, held their guernseys and said they've just got to keep going. It's a bit embarrassing as far as they're concerned. They just want to get something out of the game. It's a great mark, and that's what they needed. That's great mark, good courage, going in for the ball. Beautiful mark by Jake Atkin. As he's going to have a shot here, he's probably, but 45 metres out, directly in front. I'm not sure what sort of kick he is for goal yet, because I haven't seen him have one yet, so here he goes. Good, strong-looking lad. Having a line on goal. Goes close to the man of the mark. Kick goes well. It's a nice long kick, but fades across, and it's through for the minor. As we look there, over she goes. Beautiful work there as Kingborough now. Well, it's no doubt about it. The game's all over, but Claremont are going to try and show something, and that is a magnificent mark by Jake Atkin again. He's really starting to show something. He's been one of the leading lights. That's unfortunate as far as he's concerned. Just slipped there when he went to kick the ball. That was very unfortunate. He's been a good player. Now they get it out to this Kingborough, trying to get it out towards this attacking side. Beautifully worked there, gets it out, but now it's Kingborough. They've just got numbers on the ball. One player, two players, takes a bounce. The very skillful Mansfield, he's taken quite a few bounces. He's going to keep running. He's going to keep going. That's all good. Gets it down deep into the half forward flank. Here goes Kingborough, pick up the ball, trying to handball over the top. They can't get it out. Well tackled by the Maggies. They're trying to get something out of this game as the ball's come forward. Up they go, the big men. Can't quite bring it down. It's Claremont now, picking that ball up, coming out towards the outer side. They can't quite get the ball. Now it comes back to Mansfield. He kicks it over his left shoulder. Back in there. Oh, straight through the high little. Couldn't pick the mark up. Picked up. Shot on goal. Hasn't gone that far. Ball's in dispute. Great tackling effort by the back line of the Magpies. And they've held that one in. And it's going to be a ball up. As we look here, it's probably about 15, 20 metres out from the goal line of the Tigers. Up she goes, trying to get it back into the danger area, which is right in front of the goal, which is good play by the big ruckman there. Couldn't quite bring that out. Here come the Maggies, trying to get a bit of a run on. Haven't got the ball, trying to get it back over there. Now it's in dispute. Anyone's ball, they're still trying hard, which is great to see. That's what we want to see from a footy club, and let's face it, they know that they're beaten, but they just want to show some spirit to their supporters and to themselves as well. You know, they've trained hard all year. You don't get here from just being invited. You've worked hard all season. They're trying to get something out of this game. So it's the Tigers go forward. That was a very, very hard shot from there as he went towards the goal, and over she goes out of bounds. Just back to what I was saying there, yeah, Claremont have done a great job to get here, and they don't want to let themselves down now. They've been too good, and they're a proud club out there at Claremont. They just want to keep working and see if they can get themselves a goal. And a very nice mark there by their defender in Rao. Rao now looks to move the ball right out towards this side here, and up they go. And that's a fantastic mark. Beautifully played there by Morse. Morse now kicking it towards their forwards, right deep into their forward zone. Can't bring it out. It's Claremont's trying to hold up there. Up they go. That's Morse again. He's clearly up, and I think he's been paid the mark. If he hasn't been paid the mark, he was paid the free kick because he was attacked a little bit front on. Didn't you see that one, Duff?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks very much for your comments there, Duff. It's like talking to a 16-year-old, get a grunt or a yeah or a nothing. So thanks very much for that. Yeah, top shelf.
I'm filming, mate.
Oh, give me something, Duff.
Concentrating here.
Okay. Obviously, we need a female doing that, Duff, because a female can do a couple of jobs at once, unlike the old male of the species. Can only concentrate on one thing. Anyway, back she goes. It's out on the wing. Stacks on the mill. Can't quite get it out, and it's going to be a ball up. Dear, oh dear, Duff. It's 86-4. Up they go. We're sort of about 5 minutes into this last quarter. Trying to go forward at Kingborough Tigers. They're still knocking the ball. They're not giving up. They're probably enjoying their time out there, and they don't mind the way if the ball goes longer. Gets it out. I think that's Rao. He's been terrific for the Magpies on this occasion. It's marked though by the Tigers. Up she goes to centre half forward. Coming out to mark it. Very nice play there by Bensky. Coming out wide now to Tigers. Good mark there. That's Nichols. He's been terrific, and of course, as far as I'm concerned, Duff, if I'll give you plenty of warning, I'm going to ask you a question so you can think about an answer. I think we've got him down for goal of the day when he picked up the ball. He took a couple of bounces in front of the Creswell-Beakley stand. He lined up, squared the shoulders up and kicked that goal. On this time, though, he's come inboard as a team man does. And now Kingborough trying to get forward, and that's a lovely mark. Didn't go the required 15 metres. Comes back inboard, comes across to the big bloke in Badenack. He couldn't quite get down. It's a long way down from his height. Gets it across to the skillful one in Mansfield. Screws it back in towards the full forward zone. It's going out wide. Oh, up they go. Couldn't quite mark it, and I think it's just over the line. And it's going to be a boundary throw in. Very tight in front of the Creswell-Beakley stand. About 20 metres out from the goal for the Tigers. And they go. It's come out wide. Picked up there. Going towards the goal. This looks dangerous for... Oh, good play by
it's
the
goal.
Magpies. Has it? Is it a goal, Duff? Hasn't been touched. That's a beautiful goal. That's Bo Adams. That's an opportunist goal. He picked that up, the big strong man. Was it Adams, Duff? I just can't... That's or is it 35 Morse? Let's have a look there. We'll get a bit of a look on this in a minute when we come out, ladies and gentlemen. It's our cameraman and
Might have been the
CEO.
46.
Turn it up, Duff. You know you can't concentrate on too much. Have you see that? Was it number 46 or was it the running player? I thought it was back here, number 35 Morse, was it? Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute.
Scores.
As we add another score there, it's Kingborough. Move on to 92, I think that is, 92.
What happened then?
There we go. Sorry, just had a bit of a lull in play there, Duff. Now it's coming out. Still fighting hard at the Magpies. It's they're not giving up. Stacks on the mill. They're called ball. Gee, the crowd's getting a bit unruly. You have to keep your eyes open here, Duff. It's all round, and of course...
I think Usain Bolt or somebody, he farted, I think.
Is that right?
Something happened that was funny. Here he is.
Okay.
He's cracking a joke with the audience.
Okay, lovely work.
Looks like a bit of a character, Bobby.
Actually, I was down at the Claremont in the huddle, Duff, and they're down a couple of players. So a couple of players are injured. The big bloke who went down, I think that was Scotty Newton. We called that early in the first quarter. He was limping down there and had the dressing gown on. And so they've got a couple of boys there that probably won't take any more part in this grand final, which is unfortunate for the Magpies. So although they're doing it tough and they've a couple of players light, here's their opportunity. Unfortunately, lost the handle on that. Here we go, Duff gets it out to Evans. He's a very slippery sort of character. They're still trying hard. They've got plenty of numbers here if they can get the ball in. Unfortunately for them, though, the ball rolls out. There was 4-1 on that particular occasion, but as is always the case, that oval ball has to know which way it's going to bounce. End over end, and over she goes and out of bounds. Right on the 50-metre arc, going forward for the Magpies. Up they go, trying to get it out. Here's the big opportunity. Aitken gets it across. Oh, now they're in trouble. Oh, break the tackle. Having a shot on goal. I tell you what, it's all clear. It's a goal for the Magpies. You'll beauty. That's Scotty Webster, the coach. As the arms go up, good lad. That's the goal they wanted, Duff, but unfortunately, it's a fraction too late as far as I can see. But that's great. That's what you've done. Is we'll just go down one there and get that score. For goodness sake, man, let's get that score on the board for the Maggies. That's 1-4-10 to the Kingborough lads there. They're 13-14-94. Lovely shot on goal by the skipper there. Great composure, just steadied himself. Ran in straight towards the old goals and put it straight through. Very nice goal by Scotty Webster. Really leading from the front as they get it back down here, the Kingborough boys. I guess you can't forgive them for that, Duff. I mean, gee whiz, we're deep into the last quarter and they're well up, and if they lose a bit... Take a look at that tackle, Duff. That's a fantastic tackle. Well done. That's beautiful tackle there by Wall. Dean Wall now.
They've got a run on now.
Come on, Duff, don't be a clever. But they have, that's exactly right. Here's their opportunity, the Magpies. They can get something out of this game. They've got to just keep fighting and take them into the next season with a bit of confidence. Big, long roost. That's off the side of the boot. Sprays that one. It's coming out to the boundary line. Nicely picked up by Nichols. He's been an absolute beauty all day. As comes across to Badenack, I think that is, takes the mark, gets the handball on. Gee, they're moving the ball well across that back line. That back line has been so good all day. And a lovely mark out there on the outer side by Bielski. How am I going there, Duff?
Is it Bielski?
Bielski, that's the one. Just checking. I was waiting for the correction. I just said it for waiting for the old school teacher to correct me and pick me up on that. What's the umpire want here? I think the ball might have gone out of bounds, I think. There's a bit of a lull in play here, just a bit of confusion. There's whistles on board, and the good for football umpire is just sort of coming out and giving us... I think maybe she said across the line just before, Duff. I think that's what's happened.
It is.
Yeah, great umpiring there. As she's gone back in and going to have the big throw in as she arches the back, and done a great job, the umpires, on such a big, expansive ground as the KG5. They've worked very hard. They're going to earn every single cent of their lucrative wages that they're going to be paid here by the SFL, as that ball now is going forward. Up they go, and that's a very, very nice mark by the big, strong unit that is Tommy Dark. Tommy Dark gets it across here. Now Kingborough going forward up towards that goal. It's going to drop short, but wouldn't you know it, lovely mark by Stuart Bowers. He's going to mark that ball probably about 3 metres out. Reasonably tight angle, but that won't bother him. He'll go back and kick this one, won't he, Duff?
You'd imagine so.
Although, gee whiz, that angle's getting tighter and tighter as we speak. But he's a right footer, isn't he, Duff? So he'll come back round. At worst, he'll just sort of kick that one over the shoulder as he runs in now. Has a bit of a stab at the ball, straight over the head of the umpire. And that's through for another goal. Beautiful goal there. That was held his ground. That was the key thing on that particular one there, Duff. When the ball was kicked in, Bowers was nice and strong through the core of his body. He was able to stand upright, put his arms aloft and put the dukes up and bring that one in for a lovely mark and goal, and that's been a feature of the game. They've moved that ball nice and quickly, given their forwards every opportunity to kick the goals, and now Kingborough move on to 14-98 to the Maggies 1-4-10 as we're 12 and a half minutes into the final quarter of the grand final for 2008 in the SFL Reserves competition. Down she goes.
What year?
What did I say?
2008.
See, ladies and gentlemen, I just like to keep Duff on his toes. 2010, of course. He's awake, so he can do 2 things at once. He's filming and doing a magnificent job, and also keeping his eye on the old commentator, the Silver Fox, as the ball is screwed over the shoulder. In they go again. That's Nichols, who's been tremendous for the Kingborough side, and the ball's gone out.
The sun is out now. Beautiful.
Get out, is it there? I think that scoreboard's out. We've got the correct at 14-98. We'll check our mathematics. Of course, Duff will be right onto that. He's a beauty as far as the extended maths are concerned. As the Maggies go in, trying to get that ball out there, to try their best to get another goal out of this game. as it's come down towards their half-forward flank. They're coming back inside. That's going to be a nice play, setting up the running player there in Burden. He handballs aside. Now it's coming into the centre half-forward position. There's our opportunity. And that's marked by Curtin. Curtin going back now. He's 40 metres out. Open goal square. Leans back on the kick. Goes in. It's a bit far out. I think I might have gone over the top. I think that's through for a sausage. All clear. And that's the first goal, of course, to Ty Curtin. And the second now for the Magpies, as they move on to show some respectability in their score to 2-4-16. And Kingborough, we're calling 14-14, 98. There we go. I'll let you take over. That's technology there as we see the scoreboard move on. I thought when that ball was kicked by young Ty Curtin that he might have just not quite made the distance, but aided by that little bit of breeze. Well done, son. Kicked the goal, and that was their second effort for the Maggies. They're still gallant and trying at the 15-minute mark of the last quarter. Sting's certainly gone out of the game, but they're going to keep at it best they can. So they've got 2 goals from this last quarter, and that's tremendous as far as they're concerned. Running out hard, and he's been doing a great job all day as Sean Rao. He's been very, very good for them. And he's going to get that ball back again as he's close to the boundary line, and it's just gone over just a little bit too close for my liking, and the umpire seemed fit to call it out of bounds, and it's going to be a throw in over there. Just well, there's a few people there, but the crowd is building. It's a very, very big crowd. You can't see it from the camera angle that we're on because there's not many on the outer, on the scoreboard side, but on the in the Creswell-Beakley side of the ground, there's plenty of people building for the big game to follow. But this is a beauty here as well, as Kingborough look like they're going to take the points here as they're trying to keep that ball forward. It's deep in their attacking zone. It's gone out of bounds, right deep in their forward zone, as we see here. But anything out there, Duff? I think the Water boys are going out. The boys are just about spent. We're deep into this last quarter. I think the 16-minute mark. Can we almost blow the mercy rule, Duff? Surely, just sort of blow it now. I mean, she's all over it, just sort of going through the motions. Oh, that's a terrible thing to say, but let's face it, you know, the game's gone. Kingborough are still fighting. They know they've won it, and the poor old Maggies know that they're gone, but they're just going to keep at it, show some spirit, show some spunk, as they've done all year. They've been really good, getting it back here to Kingborough, getting it across, and that's another goal, I think. I think it's all clear. The umpire said, yes, that's all clear. Another goal to the Tigers. Nicely done there as they move on to 15-14, 104 to 2 goals for 16. There it is. Keep that heartbeat true for the old Tigers, risking head and chin down there at Kingborough, the Tigers, as the ball's being brought back into the centre of the ground, ready for another bounce at the 17-minute mark of the last quarter. As the umpires looking around, the Water boys are doing a great job giving that to the umpire. That's what we want to see, some good sportsmanship, as the umpire's going to ball up right in the centre of the ground. Breeze has dropped away, Duff, and so not a lot of breeze at all. There's one out here coming out towards Evan, the speedy one. He picks it up, you know, he'll go for a run. Arches the back, kicks it long towards their forward line. Come on, Maggies, give us another bit of a spurt along. See if you can get one more goal, as the old defensive there have been holding up firm as they handball out wide. They're going to clear that ball out towards the half-back flank. Beautiful composure by the defensive side there. Go back, take the mark, son. Just steady it down. They're going to come out wide towards this wing. Fair dinkum, big Baitnax on his own. He's come wide. Getting to the running player there in Nichols. He takes the bounce. He kicked the goal from the first quarter from here, but he's too far out. Kicks it long. Good defence by the Magpies. They pick the ball up. Running out, showing a clean pair of heels. Coming out towards the wing. Man in front's taking the mark. Nice play though by Burton. Burton stepping inside. Just steadying it down now to Scotty Webster. Scotty Webster, of course, the coach. He's done a great job out with this Magpie outfit. Kicks it inside to the big marking player there in Atkin. He kicks it now towards the true centre half forward position. Up they go. The umpire said that one's been touched. He's in dispute now. Stacks on the mill. They're trying to get it. He's been taken high. Look out. Here's a free kick to the Maggies. Here's their opportunity. Can they nail their third one, Duff? What are the odds on this one?
Oh,
Come on, Duff, give me something. Joshy Taylor,
No.
you'd back him from here, wouldn't you?
Has he got one?
No, he hasn't got one yet, Duff, but this is every opportunity to put one through. He leans back too far. Keep your head over the ball, son, and you're kicking for goal. That one's gone offside for a minor as we adjust the old scoreboard there. Nicely played. We'll give that one extra. And we'll get that one up there, Duff, to 17. Tell you what, Duff, I've cast my over my left shoulder and I've seen the great man, Kane Triffitt's arrived in the commentary box. I've noticed him over there putting the old strepsils in, having a bit of a gargle, practicing for the commentary of the big game which is to follow. He is a magnificent caller, ladies and gentlemen. If you've watched and enjoyed this game, you wait till the good commentators get on board and Kane Triffitt in the main game. Anyway, it's Badnack now, picks it up, evades one, goes towards the goal, the big man! Great goal, son, your beauty! Oh, it's just offline. Dear, oh dear, I got a bit carried away there, Duff. I thought that was through, but it's just gone over for the minor. I'll tell you what, Duff, I'm going to have to take the coat off. I'm getting too warm.
It's beautiful now.
It's absolutely magnificent now as the breeze has dropped away, as if the timing's been right. The reserves have manfully tried all day in the wind, and now she's just dropping away at the
lovely.
20-minute mark here. It's trying to get it back forward again. It's Kingborough, picked the ball up, handballed inboard. Here's their opportunity. Can they go forward for one more goal? As it's a very nice strong mark by Jake Steele. Steele going forward, can you believe it? There's a man free and he's taken the mark. How do I pronounce this again, Duff? Can you remember?
Bilski?
Bilski, your beauty. Well done, Duff. Keeping you on your toes.
I'm guessing without even looking at the record. There's a few Bilskis down at Kingborough.
Yeah, no, here he is. He's lining it up, spinning the ball in the hands. Has a shot on goal, leans back, kicks towards goal.
Good enough.
I think the players like it. And why wouldn't they? That's straight through there. Nice kick there. And a goal there to Curtis Bilski, number 43 for the Kingborough Tigers. And another goal as we move that scoreboard along here, Duff, to 110. Just get that over there. We'll put the old one there. So just to confirm that, that's 15-15, 110 to the old Claremont Magpies, 2-5-15. Done a great job in this last quarter, Duff, to get some respectability. That beer would have tasted very sour out there at the Claremont Club Rooms tonight without a goal. So that's fantastic work by them to come back as we're moving in deep into the game now, almost to the 22-minute mark of this final quarter. Here come the Magpies. They're trying to salvage one more goal if they can. They bludgeon the ball forward into their 30-metre arc. It comes over, left foot, scrapped aboard goal, bouncing one way then the other. Oh, you never know which way it's going to go. The oval ball has gone out of bounds about 5 metres away from that point post. As we saw the goal umpire hold the arm up. And I'm sure you've got an opinion there, Duff. You'd just love to see him do the wiggle.
Oh, yeah, it's confusing, Hoppy.
Yeah, bring back the wiggle as far as the goal umpire's concerned. None of this holding the arms up out of bounds on the full style. There's got to be a bit of differentiation there between the two, Duff.
Like I said, write a letter. It'll get through.
Here they come again, the Tigers. Great Shepherd there. They're just running in numbers like they have done all day. Just holding play up, coming back towards the centre of play. Nice mark there. Beautiful mark. Just starting to settle down now. Axon Jackson took that mark. Getting it across the true wing position, showing a clean pair of heels. Getting across now to Badnack, who kicked the last goal for the Tigers. Handball out wide, going back in, going the other way. Trying to find someone wide. Looking out here towards Nichols. But in chips the big man there and taking the mark, Duff, in Pascoe. Pascoe's been tremendous, one of the real prime movers for the Tigers. Great teamwork there. Look out at Pascoe's Don going with cramp. That'll only be from the amount of kicks he's had, Duff. He's had an absolute rip-roaring grand final. He's played a ripper in the main game. As Chris Elliott, he's kicked 3 goals for the day, lining up for his 4th. Steady over the ball as he goes back. Leans back on that one instead of staying his head over the ball and has just sort of pushed it across to the right-hand side as it's 23.5 minutes into the last quarter now, as the Maggies are trying to just move that ball forward if they can and see if they can get their 3rd goal here in the grand final for 2010, the SFL Reserves grand final here at the very picturesque ground at KG5 in Glenorchy in the northern suburbs of Hobart. It's Claremont trying to get that ball forward, and it's gone out of bounds just near the interchange, just in front of the commentary position as the crowd's building for the big one. That'll be on soon, ladies and gentlemen. That's New Norfolk versus Dodgers Ferry, as all the players are looking very tired out there. They've had a real big crack. There's a lot of cramp going down. We're nearly right on the last few minutes of this big grand final. Nice tap out there by Badenak. He's been tremendous in this grand final, getting it across here. Plenty of tackles still going on. Fighting hard right for the last minute, right into the last few minutes of this grand final. Here comes young Usain Bolt. The speedster Evans gets it out, kicked out wide to the wing. Unfortunately there, as they've been all day, the Tigers have one bounce. Going to go with the second bounce, goes the handball. This can be the icing on the grand final cake, going towards the goals, but it's just pushed offline and through for the minor score. Dear oh dear, Duff, that was nice movement there by the Tigers, as they've done all day, as we move their score along now to 111.
Can't be long to go.
No, we're at 25 minutes in right now, Duff, so I think the siren will be about to sound and the celebrations will start in the beachside suburb of Kingston, as the Kingborough Tigers have just been far too good all day. They've dominated right from the opening bounce. The old Naggies have really tried. It's really great to see, Duff, that they've managed to get a couple of goals in this last quarter. But there's the siren, ladies and gentlemen, it's all over. The Kingborough Tigers are victorious. Magnificent win by them. They were dominated in every single position today. Fantastic work there by them. 3 goals to Chrissy Elliott. He's been tremendous. The game there of Nichols. Of course, that man of steel was good, and Badenak was good in the ruck. As they've worked hard all year, and they're going to come away with the silverware. So just recapping there, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll cross to our camera on the ground. It's 16-17 to the Tigers, to Claremont 2-15, as that's all from up here, and we'll cross down now to the cameras down on the ground to pick up all the action. That is the grand final for the SFL for year 2010.
Oh, yeah. Yes! Come on! How good does it feel, boys? Get on, boys. Come on! You fucking beauty! Let's rock and roll! Only pro supporters! How good is that, boys? Oh yeah! Let's see it, boys! Last 6! Too long! Fucking premiers, baby! Premiers! How good does that shit go? Ah, yeah! Perfect season! Yeah, boys! Perfect season, guys!
up, doesn't matter.
Proceedings today by announcing the best on ground from the Kingborough Footy Club, Jake Steele. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the microphone and acclaim the coach of the winning team, Aaron Vince, who will announce his new players.
First of all, I'd like to thank Claremont for the hard-fought game. I mean, they've been our measuring stick all year, been right up there at the top of the ladder with us, but credit to our boys, the perfect season, what can I say? Great bunch of boys, been fantastic, put in the hard work on the track. Everybody trained, so just goes to show the rewards of the boys willing to do the hard work. Come home to premiership, so really good. Thanks to all the supporters that come along and watched us. Thanks to my wife, Mum and Dad, for letting me have the time to do it. And we'll start with our ruckman, Again, by that. Our bald-headed wingman, Nico. Oh, Nico! Tommy Reed. Josh Moore. Yes! Bobo Clark. Sammy Loader. Down there. Robbie Pascoe. Orange leg. Curtis Bilski. Tommy Dark. Easy forward. Simon Watt. Jimmy Booth. Sammy Dinley. Callum Moran. Huey Stevens. Our captain, Simon Mansfield. Bowie Adams. Brett Steele. Chris Jackson. David Glover. Terry Elliott. And the association leading goal kicker, Stuart Bowe. The postman. My runner, Matthew Fletcher. Team manager, Cameron Pitchford. Our emergencies, Aaron Aaron Humphrey. Out due to injury, Stuart Conway. And myself. One more for Simon Parsons. Too many miss out. That's it.
Welcome up to lift the cup along with his coach, Simon Mansfield, and Aaron Brooks, the coach. Pleasure playing with them an undefeated season.
That's got a whole lot more.
You gotta see everybody.